First up, parents of the bride, Mr. Purna Lankapalli and Mrs. Sugana Mary Saka. Yeah, next, parents of the groom, Mr. Sudhakar Kommu and Mrs. Jyotsna Kommu. Next up, maid of honor, Shilpa Lankapalli, best man, Pratik Todigar, and bride's auntie, Mrs. Jyoti Bellavadi. All right. Next up, maid of honor, Dr. Pragna Vanapala and her husband and groomsman, Mr. Sagar Dantuluri. All right, we got bridesmaid, Dr. Amulya Bandini, and groomsman, Rahul Bharadwaj. Right. Next, sister and brother-in-law of the groom, Mrs. Samyukta and Naresh Yakati, with their son, Sankirth Yakati. Next, we have auntie and uncle to the bride, Mrs. Shyamala Saka and her husband, Mr. Suvarna Kumar Veeranapu, with their daughter and flower girl, Spurti Veeranapu. Next, we have auntie and uncle to the groom, Miss Dr. Jeevana Kalangi and his wife, Dr. Anunai Kalangi. Right, next, uncle and aunt to the groom, Mr. George Kalangi and his wife, Sophia Kalangi, and their children, Noel and Nathan Kalangi. Minded. All right, that was uncle and aunt to the bride, Mr. S.D.V. Prasad, Mrs. Sunita Saka, and Praneeth Saka. It's a long list, so I jumped the gun. So here they are, uncle and aunt to the groom, Mr. George Kalangi and his wife, Mrs. Sophia Kalangi, and their children, Noel and Nathan Kalangi. All right, next up we have cousin brother of the bride, Mr. Chanaka Kopalu and his wife, Deepika Kopalu, and their children, Anjali and Abhi Kopalu, who were a flower girl and ring bearer at the wedding. Next, we have auntie and uncle to the groom, Reverend Solomon Sudhakar and his wife, Miss Satya Sudhakar, and their children, Arunima and Ashita Sudhakar. grandmother of the groom, Mrs. Hemalata Ganta. She jumped the gun. There she is, right there. Yep. Next, we have cousins to the bride, Mr. Srikant Lankapalli and his wife, Mrs. Srisha Lankapalli, and their daughter, Tara Lankapalli, with cousin sister, Miss Pravya Lankapalli. Next, we have cousin to the groom, Mr. Raja Kalangi and his wife, Mrs. Anaka Kalangi, with their daughter, Abigail, who is a flower girl. Cutest. Next, we have cousins of the groom, Dr. Harika Kalangi and Mr. Prithvi Kalangi. All right. Nice move. All right. Next we have cousin of the bride, Mrs. Anu Kalangi, and our children, Sean and Rosie Kalangi. All right. Next up, we have the reason why we are here tonight. Coming up for the second time, Mr. and Mrs. Jacob and Swetcha, come on!
Hello, check. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here now in front of you with mixed feelings. This is a moment probably all the dads must be going through when their daughters get married. It's not easy. I'm the happiest man that she's getting married to a man that she loved. On the other side, little sadness that my buddy is leaving me. But it's a lot of happiness and less of sadness. I can deal with that. It's a long story in short. Swetcha is happy and a healthy and a loving, caring kid right from the beginning. I'm changed a lot in a better way after Swetcha born. I was an angry man those days. Not anymore, especially after married for 35 years. But her Swetcha's pure love and a playful nature changed me totally. I'm not exaggerating. Swetcha's auntie, meaning Suguna's sisters, while feeding food to their kids, if they are not eating, they used my name to fear them, like Gabbar Singh and Sholay. If you don't eat your food, now let Rao uncle know. That worked very well for them those days. Besides studies, Swetcha, she also had a strong hold on the music and the solo singing. She has a blessed voice. Swetcha also pursued interest on sports. She made it to high school volleyball team, boating, dancing, photography, playing guitar. We used to do rollerblading when she was little. Swetcha and me had a special bond in my family. We go to special lunches together. We enjoy going to Costco and together and taste the free samples. We also go to movies together. So she gives a lot of value for the friendship and relationship, irrespective of their richness and social status. She is God-fearing. She goes to church very regularly and religiously. She got it from her mother. Swetcha met Jacob in church during the Christmas skit practice, which Swetcha was directing that skit herself. That is their beginning of their friendship. I know Jacob, and I kept an eye on him in the beginning. What this boy is up to. And finally, I'm totally convinced he's a hardworking and caring person, no doubt in it. I also interacted with Jacob's parents in the last visit to India. Sugnagaru and I went to Khammam to meet Jacob's parents and their extended family. They have very big family in Khammam. They are extremely nice. Since I know Jacob for a few years, I know that for sure Swetcha is getting into very good and caring hands. As a dad, what more I can ask for? I'm repeating again and again that I'm extremely happy with Swetcha and Jacob. All the best for both of you. As a closing word, life without Swetcha in US is boring. So I don't see any strong reason to stay in US anymore. So I decided to go back to India for good in a couple of months. Thank you all for coming and make this a memorable day. Keep us in your prayers. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good evening. We have this great pleasure and privilege to say a few words about our beautiful niece Swetcha. No matter what I say, the words are not going to be enough to describe what a wonderful person she is. And first of all, I would like to thank my sister's family for giving us this opportunity. As Swetcha's aunts, we are so proud of all her accomplishments in life. And most importantly, the loving, caring heart she has. Chintali? She has the ability to make, this is the strongest point you have, to make others smile and happy even when she is sad. She's beautiful, deep down to her soul. Today, our sister and brother-in-law are so proud of their daughter. They did a fine job in bringing her up in God's view. Swetcha, today is your special day. And this day would not have been possible without your parents, your sister Shilpa, and of course, the generous help of your friends and the extended family. That is all of us. So, You have grown into a sweet and loving woman and found the love of your life in Jacob. We welcome Jacob into the family. We are excited as you make your journey together as a couple. Swetcha Ma. You have not only found the perfect man, but the perfect match. Okay? As your aunts, we are proud of you as you begin a new chapter in your life. Nana, you are such a blessing to all of us. You do not know how much we love you, okay? And how much we care about you. And as your aunts, we are your moms as well, okay? And we will always be there for you, okay? Congratulations. Thank you, Nana. I'm sure I didn't make my speech as interesting as my brother-in-law.
Thank you, Ravi. As Ravi already mentioned, my name is Pratima. I'm a longtime friend of Swetcha, and I'm honored to be by Jacob and Swetcha's side on their special day. I first met Swetcha through a mutual friend of ours way back in high school, and since then, Swetcha has not only become my best friend, but she's been more like a sister to me, someone to talk to, someone to share my experiences with, just someone to lean on when times got tough. We've shared so many precious memories together, whether it be trying to play cricket with tennis rackets or feeding her idli while she drove us both to our physics class early in the mornings, or the countless times that she forced me to watch horror movies with her. We've shared so many laughs and tears together, and she's always been there for me because that's the kind of person that Swetcha is. She cares more about others than herself. There's this famous poem that I'm sure many of you have come across. Dance like nobody's watching, love like you've never been hurt, sing like nobody's listening, live like it's heaven on earth. These words pretty much sum up Swetcha's personality. As many of you already know, she's a woman of many talents. She truly does live in the moment and loves those around her unconditionally. So Jacob, you really did hit the jackpot. But in all honesty, Swetcha is so incredibly lucky to have found you to share her life with because you're so kind and patient. Your soft-spoken and caring nature truly complements her high-spirited and high energy. I know you've had your share of ups and downs, but you guys have always managed to find your way back to each other, and that's what makes you an amazing couple. Swetcha and Jacob, congratulations on getting married. And as someone famously said, may your life together be full of love and your love be full of life.
So I'm Swetcha's sister, as many of you know. I'm standing up here looking at the village of people sitting in front of me. And it's a true testament to the kind of people that Jacob and Swetcha are. The support and the love, the prayers that have come towards her in this time to put together an event this big for us was incredible. I was moved, and that was the first time that I truly realized that they're a couple that cares not just about each other, but about everybody. The caring, the loving, the support that they show towards other people is it's incredible. And I'm honored. I'm honored to be her sister. I'm honored to have him as my brother-in-law. I'm honored to welcome Jacob to the family. There is nothing that I can say that hasn't been said already of how proud we are of both of them, of their accomplishments, both individually and the ones that they're going to make together going forward. So with that, thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. I thank you here, one and all, I thank the God Almighty for bringing Jacob and Joseph Swetcha in the holy matrimony and uniting them and making them a family. I thank you, one and all, for coming here to bless the couple. Jacob, our son, whom we lovingly call Chinna, which means small or little one, has grown up to be a big man. Growing up, Jacob loved the Lord and was prayerful. Even as a little boy, when he lost a toy or his favorite thing, his mother would ask him to pray, and he would pray and always find his lost thing. Jacob always has been his mama's boy and always had a deep desire and yearning to love his family. Jacob loves his sister, Samyukta, and all his cousins admire him. He is closely in friendship with his brother-in-law, Naresh, and they are more like brothers. And Naresh is like our son, elder son. Jacob was and still is choosy about his friends. If you have a friend, if you are a friend of Jacob, be ready for a lifetime of friendship. All his friends are friends forever. We have come to know Swetcha about a year ago. Our conversation has always been on phone through this time, and we have come to understand Jacob and Swetcha's love for each other. There are two more important people Jacob loves most. His niece Abigail and nephew Sankit. Jacob was a very intelligent boy, clever boy, right from his childhood, in his school days.
He used to come first in the class.
And today, God has blessed him with a wife and giving him a family, home. And I thank you, one and all, for having come here to bless the new couple, Swetcha and Jacob. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, one and all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, first of all, for the wonderful couple for giving me this opportunity to be here and also giving us the opportunity to be a witness to this wonderful, wonderful wedding. I come from India. First of all, I have to admit that it's like watching an English movie. Majority of the things I didn't understand, like whatever Ravi speaking, Shilpa speaking, The moment I landed on 15th of August, it's like watching a Hollywood movie for me and for my wife also. We couldn't understand the accent and other things, but what I could understand is a wonderful heart. This is the first time that we have come to USA, a dreamland, and we wanted to visit this place once or sometime, but this was made possible by Chinna and Swetcha. Thank you very much. And ever since we come, we've been enjoying a lot. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Jeevan Kumar Kalangi. I'm ex-army. I retired as a colonel from Indian Army. I'm Chinna's mama. That means his mother's brother. We are a big family. We stay in India, Telangana state. We have 4 brothers and sisters. I have eldest brother. He's John Kalangi. And next is my sister. And then me. And then I have a brother, 2 sisters, and a younger brother. We are all nicely represented here. My eldest brother, John Kalangi's son is here. He's Bambi Raja. Just get up here. He's my brother's son. He's here only. He's working in Iowa. And then my sister, both his son Chinna and daughter, and Naresh, is the son-in-law of our family. They're here only. God's grace, really. Then myself, my daughter she's pursuing her medicine here. She's Harika Kalangi. And then my younger brother, Jason, Bob Jason, his son is also pursuing his engineering. Tabbi, get up. He's also there. And then I have 2 sisters. And then my youngest brother is George Kalangi. He is very well known to all of you. Come here, get up. And Sophia, his wife, Nathan and Noel, both of them, they are here. So one thing is, I'm very happy that my family is very nicely represented here, in spite of the distance and other things. And myself, we have flown in from India to this place to witness this wonderful wedding. I'm very happy. This is all because one is God's grace. Second thing is because of your prayers, Chinna and Swetcha, and your moms and everybody's prayers that we are here. We are able to represent from my hometown, and we've already shared our pictures and all to our family in Khammam. That's very nice. Just I want to say that we are very big and closely knit family. We all stay together. We don't miss any opportunity to come together and to pray God to give that opportunity. And Jacob, we call him Chinna actually. He has grown up along in our family, and he's very, very, very precious and special child to us. He's very sensitive, kind and trusting, always. We are happy to be here. And Jacob, I just want to tell that Jacob is the first in his generation to made it to US. In that 3rd generation, we call it. He came here and then he settled here, and also he helped his siblings to come to US and then pursue their studies or jobs or whatever it may be. So why I have introduced this particular thing is because I just want to welcome Swetcha. He is so loving into our family. You must make it to Khammam, India, okay? And your Nainamma, that's my mom. She's waiting there, okay? She wants to meet you, and she wants to welcome you into our family, okay? And then let's do it as early as possible. The way we have come to India, to USA, you come there, and then you'll taste the love and affections of the family, and the togetherness, and the fellowship. That's more important, okay? And before I just end up, I just want to give 2 words of God, if you don't mind. Okay. First to Chinna. I would like to say in Telugu, okay? Bharya dorikina vadiki melu kaligenu. I hope you understand that. Okay, Bharya means wife. The one who gets a wife, he has found something good, అట్టివాడు యెహోవా వలన అనుగ్రహం పొందెను. దట్ ఈస్ Proverbs 18:22. You can read it in English. That's nicely translated in Telugu. భార్య దొరికిన వానికి మేలు కలిగాను, అట్టి వానికి యెహోవా వలన అనుగ్రహం పొందెను. What I want to say is that the one who has the favor of the Lord, he only gets a wife. Not that everyone gets a wife. Okay. The one who is favored by the Lord, he only gets a wife. And what wife is? గుణవతి అయిన భార్య దొరుకుట అరుదు, అట్టిది ముత్యం కంటే మేలైనది. That is Proverbs 31:10. You can read it before you start your life. That means to find a good wife, is very, very rare. And that wife is more than precious pearl, like that. So that is the message to Chinna. You are really very, very lucky, okay, to find a wife that is more than precious, like a pearl. You have to look after her. And Swetcha, for you, I just wanted to say, like nice scripture reading was already there in the message, that how wife should be, and he is your head, okay. The head of the wife is your husband, and the head of the family is Christ, okay. When you start this new journey, okay, as a married couple, remember that there is a third person between you, that is the Christ, okay. With this help, you can make it too up to the the eternity, I can say that, okay. For both of you, we welcome you into our wonderful, wonderful family, okay? And we are very happy that you be there, and then to make it everything happening. And also, I want to thank your friends. I've been seeing them last couple of days, particularly Shilpa, Ravi, and Amulya. I don't know the names of the other friends. They have been working very, very hard, and they've been making all arrangements. From my family, from my sister's family, my brother's family, from everybody, I want to thank them also for this making happening, whatever that is, grand wedding ceremony, and making possible for us to witness USA wedding, American wedding. We've been seeing all Indian weddings. That is also very, very wonderful. But this is also excellent. We've enjoyed. And thank you very much, all of you, for giving this opportunity. And God bless all of you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for making it in and sharing your time with Jacob and Swetcha's special day. I know people have traveled far and wide to get here. It never ceases to amaze me how far people can go for a free meal. Look at our beautiful bride, Swetcha. She's looking absolutely stunning today. Give it up. And on the other hand, my man Jacob looks stunned. And the bridesmaid, they all look fantastic today. They've been doing amazing job. I must say they did a great job getting Swetcha here to the venue. I saw them, they had all the exits covered. She had no escape route. Where do I start with my man Jacob, actually? So, Jacob is extremely handsome, charismatic, sexy, funny. I can't understand your handwriting, dude. Sorry. Let me go with my own version. All jokes aside, Jacob is extremely helpful, loyal, and a fantastic friend. I've always been to him in the biggest moments of my life. He has guided me through my decisions. And by the way, I should have done this before. For all those folks who don't know me, I'm Pratik. I met Jacob 5 years back while I was doing my internship at Mobile Posse. Shout out to my folks at Mobile Posse. Yeah, let's see. So, Jacob and Swetcha, we all wish you a lifetime of happiness, love, health, and success. Starting today, your joys will be magnified by two because you can share it together. Your trials and tribulations will be halved because you can solve them together. May your friendship continue to grow throughout all these years to come. I do have to say, Jacob, how lucky you are. You have a wife, you're living here with a wife who is so warm, loving, and caring. And Swetcha, you are leaving with this wonderful dress and a bouquet. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I won't make this speech really long. I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
आँखों के पन्नों पे मैंने लिखा था 100 दफा लफ्जों में जो इश्क था हुआ न होठों से बयां खुद से नाराज हूँ क्यों बेआवाज हूँ मेरी खामोशियाँ है सजा दिल है ये सोचता फिर भी नहीं पता किस हक से कहूँ पता कि मैं हूँ हीरो तेरा 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 What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me
साल का लोकप्रिय गीत ये सलाम ले जाता हुआ घोड़ा खटोला और बीन बजाती हुई नागिन।
Shake your body, girl.
Ravi. So the first question is, who makes the better breakfast? Breakfast baga evaru chestaru? Oh, so Jacob says Swetchu, Swetchu says Jacob. Second question, who has the better shower singing voice? Bathroom lo evaru ba paadtaru? Okay, both said Swetchu. Who will want kids first? Mundu pillalu evariki kavali? Good, Swetchu. All right. Who is the pickier eater? Who is the pickier eater? Ah, Jacob. Who chose the honeymoon location? Both of them. Good answer, Swetchu. Jacob said Swetchu. Who is afraid of heights? Heights ante evariki bayam? Both said Swetchu. Who is a night owl? Night padukokunda evaru untaru? Oh! Jacob said Jacob, Swetchu said Swetchu. Who is more of a dog person? Evariki dogs ante ekku ishtam? Okay, both said Swetchu. Who spends a longer amount of time getting ready for a night out? Evaru ekku sepu ready avataనికి time తీసుకుంటారు? Oh! Jacob said Swetchu, Swetchu says Jacob. Who is more likely to spend all their money at a TJ Maxx sale? TJ Maxx sale lo డబ్బులంతా ఎవరు పెడతారు? Oh, Jacob said both. Swetchu says Swetchu. Who would rather be outdoors? Outdoors ante evariki ekku ishtam? Both said Swetchu. Who is an early riser? Poddune evaru legustaru mundu? Both of them said Swetchu. Who is more of a party animal? Both said Swetchu. Okay. Who is more likely to fall asleep in front of the TV with the remote in their hand? Swetchu says Swetchu, Jacob says Jacob. Who do you trust more behind the wheel? Ever better driver, basically. Oh, both said Jacob. Okay. Wow, Swetchu, I didn't think you would agree to that. Who is more of a daredevil? Oh, Jacob says himself, Swetchu says both. Who is more stubborn? Stubborn ekku evaru untaru? Oh! Jacob says both, Swetchu says Swetchu.
Good thinking, Jacob.
Safe answer. Who is the messiest? Messy evaru untaru ekku? Both said Jacob. Who has a bigger wardrobe? Battalu evariki ekku untayi? Oh, Jacob. Both. Okay. Who is the better cook? Vanta evaru ekku baga chestaru? Okay, both of them said both. Jacob says Swetcha is better than Jacob, but he's still pretty good. Who is the better storyteller? Stories evaru ekku baga cheptaru? Oh! Jacob says Jacob, Swetchu says herself. Who fell in love first? Swetchu said Jacob, Jacob said Swetchu. So that was the last question, you guys. Thank you for playing.
All right, everyone. I just want to take a minute to thank all the people that have made this amazing day possible. This day is not just about Jacob and I, it's about all the people that love us so much and have been there for us during all the planning and execution for this phenomenal event. My first thanks goes to the Lord for his immense amount of grace and compassion that he has shown on Jacob and I. We are not deserving of his mercy towards us, and yet he is the sole reason we have this event tonight. I would also like to thank my parents who were there for us every step of the way. They have been there for they've been there for Jacob and I through the storms and would counsel us and help us and allow our love to grow over the years, and for planning all the events and for taking such leadership during this time. I would also like to thank my mother-in-law and father-in-law for the love they have shown towards Jacob and I. They have traveled from so far away and have become a part of our family so quickly, and we are so blessed to have them be a part of our lives. Thank you. I would also like to thank my sister for being so involved and for being there for me during this wedding phase, but also for being so loving towards me my entire life. You are the best sister anyone could have ever asked for. Thank you for watching over me over all these years and for wanting the best for me. Sometimes, even when I don't think about myself that much, I know that you're watching over. I love you, Shilpaka. Thank you. I would also like to thank my friends and sisters. Prathma, thank you for being there for me all these years as my constant. You're my person, and you always will be. I have come to you during the toughest times in my life, and you have been such a strength and support to me. Also, Parvati Auntie and Raju Uncle for being like another set of parents for us. Thank you, Auntie and Uncle, for having us over the way you do, and for feeding us your delicious dum biryani. Sahiti, thank you for just being you during this wedding season. Your positivity during the toughest moments, which only you know about, are so memorable and so needed. You have been such a special friend, and I'm so happy that our bond hasn't changed. Ammu, where is she? Yeah, there she is, yep. You are amazing and such a great friend of mine for so long. Thank you for being my locker buddy in high school and for being by my side on this very special day. To all my girls, Vistuja, Pranati, Chinmay, Sophia, Lucky, Sumantana, who's not a girl, but I'm glad he was by my side too, for all the support and all the fun times, and especially during this time, thank you for being there for us. We really love you to pieces. To Ravi, we really couldn't have done this thing without you. Where is Ravi? I can't see. To Ravi, we really couldn't have done this thing without you. You are so sweet and kind for offering up all your help and time towards us, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Thank you for your friendship over all these years. You and my sister have done so much for this wedding, and we are very thankful to you. Also to Luke, my sister's colleague. Is he here? Luke? Okay, maybe he isn't here, but I'd like to thank him as well for his support during this time. You've been there every step of the way, especially during this wedding season. Now, I have to come to the people without whom I wouldn't be here. My Pandama and my Jyotama, who traveled all the way from India and Australia to attend my wedding. Yes, they are my aunts, I suppose, because they are my mother's sisters, but they are so much more than that. They are my moms. They have raised my sister and I over all these years, pouring their unconditional love over us without fail. They have been such role models for what it means to be godly women and for being good mothers and good wives. I don't even want to say thank you because it isn't enough for everything you've done for us. I hope that I can be like you someday. I would also like to thank my Suvarnakumar Babai, who is my Panama's husband, for all the love he has shown towards me as a father more than an uncle. Thank you for the incredible amount of work that you have done for this wedding to be such a success. Also to my cousin Spurti for missing school and for traveling so far to be with us. I'd also like to give a special thanks to my Kumar Mama and my Sunitata, who are sitting right there, who have traveled all the way from India for being an example of an unwavering marriage. You have been right-hand people to my parents for so long and for taking care of us as children and even till now. Your hearts are deep and you help those that need it the most. Thank you for your work towards our world and for making it a better place. Thank you to my cousin Ninu, who is actually Anu, she's sitting right there. She, as everyone else knows her, and to her two lovely children, Sean and Rosie, for coming all the way from London for this wedding. Thank you, Ninu, for rescuing me as a baby from that horrible daycare in Hyderabad called La Papinera, and for taking care of me as a child. I know how much you love me, and that love resonates even to this day. Thank you. All right. I'm almost done, I promise. Thank you to all my family members that have traveled from afar. Munna, Sirisha, Shalu from the Lankapalli side of the family, traveling from Chicago. Also my Chanu Anna who did the Bible reading today. Thank you for coming out with your beautiful children and for being with us for this event. And I would also like to thank my Amama, who's not here anymore. She passed away last year, but is still such a big part of our lives. It saddened me today to not have her here, but I know that her presence and her spirit is with me. She's the rock for my family, the post upon which, the post upon which my family could grow and flourish. Her hard work and her determination for her children has resounded throughout multiple generations, and I hope that I can be one day a mother as great as her. I would also like to thank all my family members who are far away and are not here today, but are such an active part of our lives. I would also like to specifically thank Saranya, Buddy, where are you guys? And also Prerna and Vamsi for coming all the way from California to be here for this event. I'd also like to thank my Akhil Bhai and my Aarti Bobby, and also Viniji for helping us throughout this entire event. Thank you for the help that you've provided for us. You guys really are the best. Thank you. To all the new family members of mine on Jacob's side, my heart is so full with kindness and compassion you have for the compassion you've shown towards us. Jeevan uncle and Anunaya auntie, having such busy schedules and having visa issues, you could still make it here. To Naresh Anna and Akka, thank you for all that you've done and for spending such quality time with us. To Bambi Anna, Zayan Wadina, Tabi, Satyata, Solomon uncle, Amama, George uncle, Sophia auntie, and all the kids, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so excited to be a part of this family. Thank you.
My speech is going to suck after that, but I have to say thank you to everybody that Swetcha just thanked, because and if I did that again, you're going to hate me because you're all hungry by now, I'm assuming. So I just want to say thank you because for Swetcha and I, we've known each other for 5 years, and this day is the most important day of our lives. And countless people have spent countless hours of time trying to make this possible. It's not just friends and family, it's just people have come together and they've been with us physically, emotionally, and through prayers, people have just made this possible, and we just want to thank everybody who came here. And also, I want to thank in my family, my parents first of all, mom and dad. Whatever I am here today, it's because of you. You've raised Akka and I thank you for that. And I want to say thank you to my Akka and Baba, and Bambi and Zion. You guys have done everything for me in this past week. You've made this happen for me. You've made me be able to come here and stand here as a groom. You've taken things off of my shoulders, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I want to thank Jeevan Mama and Anayata for traveling all the way from India to come here. I know you guys are so busy and you're excited to come here, but it's our pleasure for you to come here and join us. For us, our family, because we're getting married here, my biggest fear was that, not many people in my family would be there, but, a lot of them are here, and I feel happy. I feel such a support from you guys, and I thank you for that. Bob Mama, Satyapini and Bobby Baba for driving all the way from Chicago, and Amama for coming here from India. And Noel and Nathan, my cousin Noel, just he finished his SATs and just drove straight to the wedding. So so many people have put in a lot into this, and I want to thank each and every one of you from my family. And I want to thank Swetcha's family too, auntie and uncle. I came here, I left my family and I came here, and you've made a home for me here. You've been like my parents away from home, and I love you, and I thank you so much for that. Everybody here who came, I know Swetcha's gone over each and everybody here, but I want to say thank you from myself and also from my family that you guys have received us with love, and you've all come together to make this wedding happen, and we're so thankful to you guys. And our friends, my groomsmen, who are they, Pratik, Rahul, and Sagar, they've accepted. Thank you for doing so much in this wedding, and Gunu and Sharad for helping out this morning. And then I know Pratima, Amulya, Sahiti, and Ravi. You guys just, I've seen you guys work so hard. And then we have another two beautiful couples here, Penny and Mamsi, and Pari and Saranya. You guys have just literally made you've had to think on your toes. I know situations have come up, and you guys have been there for us. We were able to enjoy our wedding just because of you guys. And if I forgot anybody else, I missed my speech, so sorry about that if I forgot anybody else. But just thank you everybody for coming here and making this such a memorable and special day for us. Thank you guys.
All right, hello, everyone. Sorry. Just a few words. So Jacob and I and my sister and Samyukta decided to do this because we're really nothing without our parents, and for everything that they've done for all of their children. We are so blessed. My father's retiring this year. My father-in-law retired last year, so we just wanted to take a moment to honor them and to thank them for all that they've done and for all the sacrifices that they've made towards their children. We love you guys, and we wouldn't be here without you. So we just wanted to celebrate you. Thank you. And we'll be putting shawls on our parents. In Indian culture, it's a sign of respect. So we'll be doing that. Thank you. right, everyone. I know it's getting very, very late and everybody is very hungry, so we'll wrap this up real quickly. Another couple of thanks that just kind of slipped my mind, but I cannot forget because they've changed my life and have been so important to me and my family. My Sunday school teachers are here from California. Sam Uncle, Sagar Uncle, are they here? Anybody here? Okay, they're not here, but I'd still like to throw a shout out, and also Phoebe Auntie and Paul Uncle, who came from India to California and then from California to here. We'd also like to thank them for coming out for our wedding. We're so happy to have you. I think this is the end of the evening. Please go ahead and help yourselves to dinner. Everyone's very hungry, and we're sorry it got so delayed. Thank you so much.